This is from the Shanghai Holiday Kitchen booth in China, obviously. This is the curry chicken rice bowl, and then you can see there's a good amount of dried chilies on top of it, which I am very excited about. Love when there's a good kick. Tastes as good as it smells. I love the curry sauce, and the chicken is so juicy. They must have used dark meat chicken instead of white meat because it tastes way too good. And I know I'm gonna love the rice that's been soaking up all the sauce. The curry sauce is just delicious. The chicken is really nice and tender, not dry at all. Good amount of heat from the dried chilies, but not too much. Wow, this is one of the better chicken dishes. I would even go as far to say this is very solid. Definitely add this curry chicken dish to your list. There's a cute little panda on it. How can you not like the bubble tea if it has a panda on it?
I don't like bubble tea.
This is the panda bubble tea from the Shanghai Holiday Kitchen. I love milk tea and bubble tea. I'm actually not that crazy about the actual bubbles. I just love the tea more than anything, but this looks really, really good. I literally managed to get like 30 bubbles. The tea itself is really good though. Better than most bubble tea places. Not topping Kung Fu tea. Kung Fu tea is still a champion. I actually really, really like this tea. It's like definitely lighter on the tea flavor and a little sweeter and more milky, but I don't mind that at all. It's delicious. They've struck a good balance, and even the inclusion of so many little balls of flavorless tapioca that I have to chew on for 20 minutes. I'm still greatly enjoying this. Definitely not like the tea drinker's choice of bubble tea, but if you like sweet milk drinks, which I definitely do, this is the one for you. So this is the warm brown sugar stuffed pretzel with soft serve and ice cream sauce on top. You can see the brown sugar filling in the hole in the middle of the pretzel here. A warm, sweet pretzel sundae sounds like a fantastic idea and not something I'm sure I've had before. The pretzel's a little too bready. I like the brown sugar filling. The actual bread of the pretzel, it's too thick and too dense. The brown sugar filling has a little bit of a weird flavor inside too. I just feel like I'm eating way too much bread with each bite of pretzel. I think you need a thinner pretzel. More importantly, a less dense one that's more like airy on the inside. Soft serve is good. It's just like regular vanilla soft serve, nothing special. I'm bummed though. This sounded like such a cool thing. I feel like I'm just eating a block of plain bread, and then there's like the burst of flavor from the brown sugar in the middle, but then there's like a little bit of a weird flavor that's like slightly off. Once the ice cream is gone, I'm just chewing on relatively flavorless bread. This one goes down as a disappointment for sure. This is the cheesy flatbread. It's basically a white pizza with 4 different cheeses on it. The pizza last time during the Food and Wine Festival was surprisingly really good, so I'm hoping for a similar surprise this time. I like the crust, I like the cheese. It has like a good coal wood-fired flavor, even though it's not burnt on the bottom. I definitely like the one with the tomato sauce on it more. This is still really tasty. The crust is great. When you get to the crunchy ends of the crust, it's so nice and crispy, which was the case last time too. That's the best part of this. This is the sacchetti alla bascaiola. 4 cheese mini beggar's purses filled with sweet sausage, caramelized onions, pancetta, and cremini mushrooms in a creamy sauce. And this is the cream filling, so you know we love a creamy sauce. It looks like some of these are filled and some of them aren't. I'm not really getting any of the sausage or the onions. It tastes like a good cheese ravioli. Oh, I see what it's like. It's kind of like a little purse or like one of those dumplings. All the fillings in the bottom, and then it kind of has the... Whoop. Thank God we have more of them. Then there's that pretty pattern up top of just the pasta. Almost lost another one. The sausage and everything is kind of like blended smooth into the pasta. There's definitely no like chunks. It's just like smooth cheese. It's all in the sauce. It's not inside of the pasta. The pasta is just stuffed with cheese. Here we have some of the mushrooms and bacon. I like the sausage with it a lot. I wish there was more of the sausage. They give you a lot of the pancetta, which is kind of strong. I don't need as much of it because it's so strong and salty that it overpowers the rest a little bit. So I kind of want more of the mushrooms and onions and the sausage. I mean, overall, it's just like pretty good little cheese raviolis pretty much in a cream sauce with bacon. Pretty solid. This is the pumpkin gingerbread cheesecake from American Holiday Kitchen. We got the gingerbread base and then the pumpkin cheesecake. Got some pumpkin seeds on there. Also looks like some kind of crushed nuts as well and some whipped cream. I think this is the 3rd pumpkin cheesecake from Disney I've reviewed in the past month. We'll have to see how it stacks up to the other 2. Very good. I like that the gingerbread is not overly spiced. The cheesecake is super silky. I'm getting a little bit of a weird aftertaste though. These candied nuts, pumpkin seeds on the top. They're so crunchy and delicious. Perfect texture contrast with the smooth whipped cream and pumpkin. I love that they give you a good amount of the crunchy pumpkin seeds and nuts on the top. To be honest, all of the actual cheesecake parts of the three I've tried have been good, and they've been about the same, but the crunchy topping for this one makes it so I would probably say this is my favorite of the three. As you can see, this is a super kawaii sushi Christmas tree. The rice cut up in the shape of the Christmas tree, and then some delicious ornaments of cucumber and tuna and some fish roe and spicy mayo. All wonderful things. What a lovely gift. Instead of under the tree, the gift is the tree here. Really good, actually. The fish is a little bit fishy. Actually, it's not the fish, it's the roe. I love the spicy mayo, as always. But the fish itself is nice and buttery. The rice is really good. You know, you don't expect maybe the best sushi experience when it comes in the shape of a Christmas tree, but it's actually really good. I like the little wasabi sauce, too. Beauty and brains on this one. So this is the New Year's celebration soba and a nice hot broth, which, even though we're in Florida, since the sun went down, it's been kind of windy and chilly. So just holding this warm broth is so delightful. This is the shrimp tempura on top. That part had kind of been soaking in the soba broth. It's still really tasty. It honestly tastes great. Maybe a little bit bready. Lost the crispiness. As you get more towards the top, it's crispier. But honestly, the flavor is really good. And now for some delicious noodles and soup. It's nice and steamy. The noodles are a little bit mushier than I want. The soup is great. It's just honestly like a good miso broth. Fish cake was a little bit fishy. Noodles are just okay, but the soup is really good, which I knew was going to be the case because the part of the shrimp tempura that was soaked in the soup was really tasty. Shrimp tempura great, soup really good, noodles just okay. Not crazy about the fish cake. Overall, enjoyed the New Year's celebrations soba. This kind of wild looking confection is a Mont Blanc tart. So we have some delicious fruit cream filling here. Kind of looks like brains or like spaghetti or something. There's a fruit on the inside. It's really good. The strawberries taste nice and fresh. The cream spaghetti or whatever on top tastes really good. The tart shell is nice and crisp. Just a really good fruit tart. It's got some, hard to see, but you can see in the bottom there's like a layer of custard there too, in addition to the cream on top. Gotta say, every dish in Japan, very solid. The custard on the bottom is delicious. Trying to get little bites of each piece independently. I like the little bits of, I don't know if you can see those little blue bits of crunchy sugar and the cream on top. Yeah, this tart is que rico. That is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Another magical day at Epcot, trying way too much food. The cream has been filled.